Hey everyone, how are you doing? I'm Ebenezer Don, developer advocate at JetBrains for web and JavaScript. And today I have with me my colleague Paul Everett. Hey Paul.
Hi, joy to be here.
So today we're going to be doing a review of WebAssembly in the browser, and we have a really cool demo. Actually, it's really cool. This is an operating system, an OS built in the browser. And when I used this OS, it was amazing. It was Paul who sent this OS to me. And what was your experience? Why did you even bother sending me this this WebAssembly app?
Because it's crazy. Isn't it crazy? It's just the idea.
It is like the kind of things that people are building on the web these days. I don't know if we're going to be having native desktop apps in like 10 years from now. All right, so we have this tweet right here from the WASM weekly Twitter account. A personal website as an OS, much of which uses WebAssembly and built by Dustin Brett. We're going to check this out real quick. But before we do that, have you had any experience with WebAssembly, Paul?
Not much. I have been holding off because of all the talk about WASM and the DOM, and it's not ready. We're waiting on the standards for things like that. And then I look at this, and he's got Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't, so I've always been planning to go check out WebAssembly, but there's just so many things to do on the web. One more question for Paul. Paul, what was the first? We're about to check an OS on the browser. I don't think that when you started programming, you thought that this would be possible back then. What was the first operating system you used?
It's interesting. On the first point, there was some project, some JavaScript component UI thing like 10 years ago that tried to mimic like KDE's look and feel and make a desktop environment, but it wasn't really like this. What was my first, back when I had my company, we switched everybody from Windows to OS2 Warp. Back when IBM was trying to be cool and work.
Oh, sounds interesting. Now let's go check out this website by Dustin Brett. And do we have interesting comments right here in the tweet? Wow, Doom works very smooth. Glad to know that GS does this use for emulation. Brilliant, and Doom is a hell of a bonus. So I have the OS right now open, and I want to check the load time. So my internet speed.
That's the first thing I did too. I opened up the network panel. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and it's, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's really fast right now. And is this because I've opened it up before and it did some kind of caching already? Because right now it's not even like it's loaded already. So I'm gonna guess that. Okay, so just to clear our doubts, let's open this up in an incognito browser. Incognito window, and okay, and it's still fast, just a bit slower, but it's still fast. Yeah. And this is really this is amazing. So this is WASM, and I'm curious to know the different languages that were used in building this, and also the UI, the front end framework for this that was used to build this website. Right here, do we have?
I'd be interested in that too. Did you look at any of the stuff that's being loaded as kind of WASM stuff, or these packages that kind of simulate file system and stuff like that? So they're not really the part of the UI. I'm like you. I didn't really see what the UI layer was.
Yeah, we can check that out, and let's see if there's any kind of browser control here. So I'm trying the command, the normal browser controls with command and plus to zoom in or zoom out. So I think all the browser controls are disabled right here, and that's interesting. So I'm trying to click, and there's no shortcut that's working, and then right click.
I wonder if it's Canvas.
Oh, sorry, come again.
I wonder if it's just a canvas instead of a DOM. Can you right click and get an element? Is there a DOM?
That's what that's what I'm trying right now. So this is the right click. Huh? Just like a desktop. How was I able to open the DOM before? Because right now I'm trying to open up the door, and I've getting this. What did we do to open up? Were we able to open up
the dev tools and see if it has the element?
Looks like all the keyboard shortcuts are disabled. Okay, I know what I can try though. So let's stay here first of all, right in the.
There you go. Now load it.
We can then take this, and the console is empty. There's nothing going on.
What about click on elements?
Elements. So this is elements, and let me try to zoom this in.
Expand body. Well, no, it has a div. Huh.
So this is it right now, and this is body. We have a div with ID next, main, and that just selects everything.
Yeah. Canvas. There we go. There's no DOM.
So, and is there, yeah, so this is really cool. I can zoom in. I try to zoom in. So maybe since this works as an operating system, maybe he has the option for configuring fonts in the computer. Who knows?
Sure. Right.
Let's open this up. So this is my PC right here, and look at this. This is a Windows computer. This is the start, and these are all the applications present. It even has a PDF reader. So I'm going to see if there's any if it provided any option for setting. I don't think that's here. I'm thinking too far. Let's see if we can create new folders. Let me try test folder. So that's really cool. So we can create a new folders, and I can see an editor icon right here. Is this going to give us an IDE or a code editor? Monaco editor. It'd be really cool if this had like auto completion or IntelliSense right inside of this. Yep. And you could just come here and open up WebStorm or IntelliJ. That we can just install IntelliJ right here inside of an OS inside of the browser.
That's right.
Thank you.
I mean, people who follow JetBrains know we've got a bunch of remote stuff happening with Gateway and now with Fleet, and the front end and the back end are separating. But I'm looking at this thing and like, what is the front end? It's like this virtual thing and a virtual thing, and
yeah, it's just so interesting. And
I wonder what the load is on the CPU. Of course, you've got an M1. My fan is humming as we speak.
Mine is humming too.
Yours is quiet.
Mine is also humming too. But I'm not sure if that's, we're also recording, so maybe
we're recording, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's from recording software tools. But yeah, I could try that after recording. There's something else I want to check right now. We just created a folder, and maybe we can try creating a file here. So text document right here, and we have test.txt, and that's there. And this is a text file. One thing I wish I could do right now is zoom in. Can I zoom in? That's interesting. So, but this didn't work in. So this works right now. So what's the difference between these two tabs? One other thing I want to check is I created this folder and the file in a different tab. What if we try that in this tab, same browser, same window? Are we still going to see it? What do you think?
Oh, the way Google Docs will synchronize things between tabs, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a big no. I'll bet it's a no. I say no.
Okay, I'm betting yes, you're betting no. So let's see. So this is my PC and test folder. And so let's try that. My PC right here. And look at that. It's here. Test folder right here.
So it was synchronized?
Look at that. Yeah. So we have test.txt right here. And we have test.txt right here.
Hey, you do videos, by the way, Ebenezer's videos are great. When I grow up, I want to be Ebenezer. You do videos that include Dexy.js, right?
Yeah.
Does Dexy synchronize across tabs?
Yeah.
For IndexedDB?
Yes, across tabs. My camera keeps moving. I'm trying to move it back. Yes, Dexy synchronizes across tabs. So it's a storage in the browser. So it's IndexedDB actually. Dexy is the minimal wrapper, a library for accessing IndexedDB. So we're going to check right now what storage it's using. If it's IndexedDB on the browser, or even local storage, local storage should also be there as long as it's storage in the browser. So we'll go back to applications and see what storage is in. So let's check local storage first of all, and nothing is inside of this place. So we'll try IndexedDB. So it's probably IndexedDB, and a look at this right here.
Ah, good job, Ebenezer. And array buffers, presumably that's so you can share data with WASM, which doesn't have JavaScript.
Yeah. So that's his using index.db, and that's why we're able to see it wherever we go. So we see this data here, and as long as it's still in the same browser, we always see that. Unless we open up a new, unless it's a different browser, a different browser account. Does the PDF reader work? I think the first time I came here, I saw something in the document. Yeah, that's this right here, Dustin Brett, and he has his resume right here. Which is really amazing. So look at that, lifelong learner with a strong attention to detail and a passion for technology. And this is it right now. This is really cool. And then he has a link to his blog post. I bet that if we click on this, what if we have a browser inside of this browser? If you click on this one, it opens up Chrome inside of Chrome.
It's like Inception. The movie Inception.
That's possible actually, because we can open up a PDF reader, we can open up a text editor. So even if he didn't do it, I think that's possible. Click to switch design mode. This is like a Google Doc. So what do you think he used to achieve this?
This is the part that's really educational for me, and thanks Ebenezer for having this be the topic of our very first one of these. I've been following all this stuff and I didn't see how it all fit together. You know, in this demo, he's got the DOM, he's got Canvas, he's got the JavaScript side, he's got WASM, and he's got IndexedDB. And jamming all those together, I would expect to be Pain City. And yet Dustin Brett has on the screen a desktop operating system that glues all those things together. So maybe it's time for us to be thinking that this is getting legit.
Yep, that's true. That's true. I think I think a lot of people are going to start doing more and more stuff with WASM. All right, so this is the Dustin Brett / DaedalOS. I wonder if that's a correct pronunciation. DaedalOS. What do you think, for?
It's a take on Daedalus, the Greek mythology.
Oh, Daedalus.
Clever, Dustin. Very clever.
I'm guessing this is React components, context hooks, the UI, pages, public, script styles, and utils, and we have the package.json file right here. So tsconfig, so this is TypeScript, Next.js, and package.json for React right here. So this is the Monaco editor / React. I think this is the external React package used for the in-OS editor, right? Where we tested out editing, creating text and creating text files and editing them. And we have, so I think, so that means that this can be done anywhere with in any website. Then I've not come across this before, Monaco editor / React. So that means if
Monaco is the editor widget for Atom and VS Code and all that.
Oh, okay, that's nice. That makes sense. So I can go to any regular React app and I can use this right there. And we have the Panzoom / Panzoom. I wonder what this is for. Maybe for, I don't know, is it for zooming in or out? And this WASM / WAS, you were talking about this before, Paul.
Right, I think first, the very first one, WASI, I guess, is an important one because it's trying to standardize on the interface from WASM to some kind of system services types of things. And then a couple of other WASM packages. So the heavy lifting in DaedalOS, if I'm pronouncing that right, the heavy lifting that's done in WASM actually isn't in this repo. It's all TypeScript and React app, and then it bundles via NPM all the WASM.
Oh,
Ebenezer and I took a look trying to see if we could find Rust or something else that was WASM in this repo. So that was interesting, and I was wrong before. Ebenezer, scroll down a little bit more, and you see React DOM.
Yeah, right here.
I was wrong. So I thought Canvas means no React because it's whatever, and I was wrong.
If you try to search for .ros right here in this repository, do we get to see anything? No, we don't. So this is just the config.ts, where we have .ros.
Right.
I think file types for the Monaco editor. So everything with Rust and WASM was done outside and then brought in as the packages. This has been really cool. Dustin Brett, nice one. I enjoyed my time in this OS, and I like that at the end of the day I was able to zoom in and out. I'm trying that right now, but I couldn't.
You're easy to please.
I think there are so many. I'm sure that there are so many other cool WASM applications out there right now on the web. I've seen a game built with WASM, that's Rust and other languages, then compiled and brought to the browser. So there are games and there are other cool projects that we've probably not heard of, we've probably not seen. If you know of any, I think you do know of any, you can go ahead and research right now. Search for cool projects with WASM on the web, and let's see them. Send them to me right now. Let's see them in the comment section below. So we're gonna check them out and probably do a review of those ones. Who knows? But let's see other cool projects that you've come across that was built with WASM. This was a really cool conversation, Paul. I enjoyed doing this review with you. What do you think this means for the state of WASM in 2022?
Well, I think you and I both agree, WASM, the future is closer than it appears. I did not expect something like this to be possible. Kudos to Dustin Brett. I remember a demo that blew my mind a couple of months ago, SQLite. The original C files of SQLite were run through the LLVM or whatever tool chain, mscripting, and generated WASM that ran directly in the freaking browser. It wasn't written in Rust, it was written in C. Blam, it runs just as if it was the regular SQLite that you had on your desktop. And that to me is an indication of what the tooling is doing. You and I have seen some other things that are happening in the browser, but there's also, WASM isn't just about the browser. There are some things in between. For example, the Python community, the main branch of Python, now can compile to WASM, and they've got a demo that they're going to publish pretty soon of Python running in the browser. We've had some other examples of that, but they were forks. Now it's just like SQLite, the original source code can do WASM. But you and I, you've got something that you can bring up. What about WASM not in the browser, not on the server, in between? You see Dino deploy, and you and I have been kind of big fanboys of Dino. But it's like this big global runtime that can import things and execute things in different places and maybe send messages to share state, Cloudflare workers. And then there's this weirdo idea about containers. And this is from the good folks, and I'll let you go ahead and bring up that tab. But this idea of web containers. StackBlitz is running Node.js in the browser. So we were seeing Dustin pretend to be an environment. And so this kind of feels like that old Firefox OS boot to gecko thing where, I mean, the operating system itself is running inside WASM, running inside the browser. And so that whole thing is just fascinating to me about Node.js in the browser and WASM and where we are. Ebenezer, what do you think of this idea of you could have a container on your desktop? You can have a container in when I say desktop, I mean running like on Docker on your operating system or on a cloud or in your browser. What does that mean?
I think that's going to be really cool, but I think to get something that works really well for us, that's going to take a lot of time because we're going to have to consider the hardware capacity first of all, how many computers can carry that kind of thing, and then the browser on the computer, because at the end of the day, whatever we do on the browser, it's still on a hardware computer. So the capacity is according to what what the main OS is giving us and all that. So, but I think it's really cool. I think we're already on the right path. I think we're getting there, and I think we'll get there.
I hope we get there.
All right, and that's it for today's chat with Paul. I had a good time. I'm sure he had a good time looking at this, and we're gonna see you the next time we do the do a review video like this. By the way, I want you to tell me if you like this video. Do you like what you just saw? Do you like our discussion? Did you learn anything? Do you want us to do more of this? And if you like this video, please hit the like button. You know why you hit the like button? Because you like the video. All right, so see you in the next video. Bye.
See you next time.